To another video. This video is going to be introducing a new series that I'm doing on the channel. Videos won't be super regular, but they'll be scattered in throughout with my hopefully regular uploads during the year. What this series is going to be, it's going to be a little bit of like a rate my ride or rate my road sort of review. So what it's going to be is I'm going to go out and ride a road. Going to start off with some of the roads I know, obviously to get the series started and get everything going. And I'm just going to look at a few key factors into what I think makes a road enjoyable and viable to use as a good twisty run, and sort of give an overview of what I feel about that road and give an overall sort of score out of 10 probably is what my scale is going to be for that. So we just got a road that I did in the backgrounds. I'm not actually going to rate that road just because for the criteria that I'm introducing, it really sucks for one of them. Yeah, so just got some background footage while we're going to talk about this new series. So hopefully I'll be getting lots and lots of roads in Victoria to show you, to share my opinions on them and give some, some rider experience. Obviously I'm on a 300, so some of you guys on the bigger bore engine bikes might find some of these roads not as fun as I do, because you don't get the full potential out of your bike in a lot of the conditions. But just keep that in mind when you're feeling that you disagree with what I'm saying about a particular road. So the first thing I'm going to be rating these roads about is the accessibility. So when I talk about accessibility, I mean how easy is it to get out to that road, right? I'm going to be try and be fair and look at everything from Melbourne CBD, but what I might do is look at some key locations throughout Victoria and be like, hey look, if you live here this is a really good road, and say, well, if you live in Melbourne the accessibility is low but it's still a really good road. So that's the first sort of thing I'll be looking at when I'm talking about accessibility. And the other thing I'll be talking about is how close is this road to a petrol station, right? Because there are some roads I know people avoid because they don't actually, they end up at a really expensive petrol station and pay premium prices for fuel. So that's one thing I'm also going to factor in when it comes to the accessibility. The other is just how easy it is to navigate to, right? There's some really good roads in Victoria, but getting to them can be an absolute mind-boggling experience in terms of navigating, especially if you don't have nav software or you don't have a mount for your phone. That can be really daunting trying to get to some of these roads. They're the main things I'm going to be talking about accessibility. I think that's pretty much everything I want to cover. For roads that are in the far out reaches of Victoria, I'll probably also consider, okay, well, where's the nearest accommodation for those roads. The next one is a really simple criteria, which is length, right? So I'll be rating roads on, are they too long, are they too short, does it feel the right distance for a particular road, right? So for roads that are too short, they may benefit from the fact that one of the other things I'm going to talk about later down the line in terms of my conditions for rating it. But sometimes roads that they're really good, but they're tiny, right? There's one example I'm thinking of in the top of my head that I'm probably going to have to do 3 laps on when I make a video about it because it is that short. Next one, and this is a really big one for us avid riders, is the traffic, Right, so I'll be rating roads on, alright, is there traffic there? Right, is the traffic regular? So if the traffic's irregular, you know, they'll rate higher. But the other thing I'll be factoring in traffic is how easy is it to overtake someone on that road? Right? Is there lots of overtaking spaces? Is there, you know, other regulars on that road? You know, the type of people that are going to pull over for motorcyclists, because there are some roads where people do that regularly. That's going to be a big factor in terms of the overall enjoyment of the road. Is how busy is it, right? You know, so the Great Ocean Road's probably not going to do the best on that one. Next one is the conditions. So there's sort of two parts to this that I think everyone can agree that these two parts are really important when you're thinking about whether a road's going to be enjoyable or not. So the condition, how I'm going to be rating it, is the condition of the tarmac itself. So, you know, lack of potholes, good sealment, you know, is it wide enough that you've got that sort of ability that if there is a car coming the other way, you do have space to maneuver and things like that. The next one is debris, right? Is there always a lot of debris and things like that? So, for example, Mountain Highway in the Mount Dandenongs during the storms, that thing was covered in debris. You know, so that's going to be a factor I'm going to talk about. It's like, hey, when you're on this road, you really need to watch out for things sitting on the road being an issue, causing problems, and all of that. Next one, and I think this for a lot of people is going to be the most important one, is like the twistiness or the fun factor of the road. Is it, you know, I'm going to talk. Basically, I'm going to describe, it's long-winded corners, or it's, you know, it's sharp, tight turns, so people can get this good idea of, hey, this is the sort of road I want to do. And that's going to be the reason I'm going to go out to these roads and ride them, right? Is, hey, look, this is the sort of thing you can expect on that road, right? Obviously, me being a 300 rider, I'm going to really, really, really love the roads that are super short and sweet in terms of the corner speeds. So, talked about it before, Reefton Spurs are really big, high on my list. EJ, which I will do a video on, is a really good one. You know, there's quite a number of them. The next one is, I've kind of coined my own term for it because I didn't really know what I wanted to call it, and I'm going to call it chaining. So this is, how easy is it for you to chain another really fun road right off the back of this, right? So I'm going to keep jumping to a road I really know well, which is Mountain Highway. Mountain Highway, there's so much. If you're starting from the base and you go up to the top, there is so much that you can turn around. Okay, I can turn left and go, and then to take a right, and I'm here. You know, so chaining, the way I'm going to be sort of rating something on chaining is how easy is it to find the next road and how close it is. I think that's pretty obvious. The easiness, because yes, Mountain Highway has all these roads super close to it, but it's very easy to take a wrong turn and end up on a gravel road, and if you don't have an adventure bike, that's not going to be a fun time. You know, but then you've got something where it's super easy to chain, which is the Reefton and EJ, but they're about a 30-minute ride, 40-minute ride apart. It is just straight on a highway, and you see the EJ road and you turn off. The sort of chaining will also go kind of hand in hand with that accessibility. They'll, like, you know, if I put something high in accessibility and you go, oh, that's ages away from the CBD, and that's ages away from anywhere to stay, part of that accessibility will be, hey, look, you can actually chain it a little bit. Next sort of category I'm going to talk about is the speed limit, and that's just me just commenting on whether I think the speed limit is an appropriate level for that road. You know, is it too low, is it too high? Well, I don't think anyone's going to say, oh, the speed limit on that road is way too high, but that's just something I'm going to make sure I comment on and give feedback on, and give you that idea. So I'm going to start. Obviously, this series will hopefully be starting in the next few videos. For those of you that have listened intently to my Kuma Run footage, you may be wondering, oh, why is a dirt bike video not coming out? And to long story short, is before I'd even started recording footage, we were literally 5 minutes into the ride. Not even. We were actually just pottering around while we were waiting for the fourth person. Someone had a crash, and that ended that day there. That's just a little bit of why is there no dirt bike videos out? With this series, my requirements for roads is just it's in Victoria, right? And obviously I'm going to have some, I need to be able to get, it can't be 500 meters of really, really hyper good twisties, because I would have to do 15 laps to get a video rating it. So the other requirement is just sort of needs to be a decent length, where maybe 1 or 2 laps or 3 I can get a good idea of the road and give some good feedback about it. I will be doing a dirt series of this. I will have some slightly different criteria. The accessibility, the length, the condition will still be in it, but there'll be some things about the difficulty and the choice, because I'll be just doing areas rather than so much a particular track. Saying that, I hope you're looking forward to the new series. Haven't decided what the first road I'm going to do for this series is, but I am really hoping you guys are going to enjoy it, and looking forward to rating some of your choices for roads, right? So if you have any choices, make sure to put them in the comment section. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Right, hopefully the next video will be one of these Rate My Ride videos, and I hope you enjoy it when it does drop. I hope you're ready for it. I hope you're excited for it. See you later.